When was the last time that you sat in silence? Not meditation, not just the act of drowning out noise, but real silence and observation. When was the last time that you really sat in silence to observe your thought process, to observe how your mind works, to observe how you truly identify yourself? You see, every day there are thought patterns, habits that we embody without even realizing it. Thought patterns and habits that shape you into who you are in this present moment and therefore reflect the life that you live. And if these thought patterns and habits shift us into who we are today, that then reflect the life that we are perceiving, why wouldn't we want to sit in silence more often? Daily, hourly, by the moment when needed. You see, one of the best things we can do for ourselves and everybody around us is to become conscious. Become conscious so that we are fully aware of the life and experience we are manifesting around us. Every single thing around you is your manifestation. Everything is an instant manifestation, and what truly determines what you are manifesting in this present moment is your consciousness. Consciousness of your beliefs, your identity, consciousness of how you are interacting with universal laws, consciousness of your own desires, consciousness of your resistance. Today we can begin to awaken ourselves and become more conscious through the power of silence and observation. Right now, and every single day from here on out, begin to take at least 5 minutes out of the day to sit in pure silence and let your mind go where it naturally goes. Through this process, you will begin to identify where your dominant attention is. And once that is identified, it is important to then pay attention to how you feel. Since our natural state is pure love, when we feel anything less than that, you can then know that there is something holding you back from achieving your version of greatness in that realm of life. During your silence, I suggest that you have a pen and paper with you, because when you immerse yourself in this process, you will discover things about you didn't even realize you were thinking and believing about yourself. When you are practicing silence and an unpleasant feeling comes over you, you will want to ask yourself a series of constructive questions to break down what is truly going on in your thought process. You want to ask yourself a series of good questions because that is what causes your brain to think in a constructive way. Questions to first identify your trigger. Questions like, what is causing me to feel this way? From there, you can then analyze and find the undercausing issue. Why does it trigger me whenever this happens? And then, why do I care if this happens? After asking questions like these, you will begin to realize that the cause is always a fear of, the root cause. Because I'm afraid of not being good enough. I'm afraid of being left. I'm afraid of the unknown. Our fears expose us to the ugly truth we think about ourselves. If you are afraid of people abandoning you, somewhere you believe you are a person who can be left. If you are afraid of not being good enough, it's because you aren't owning your own greatness. If you are afraid of the unknown, it's because you haven't developed enough faith and confidence in yourself and your abilities. We are not feeling or perceiving anything from an outside source. Everything you have in your world has to do with you, your energy, and your programming. Take today to indulge in the silence. You owe it to yourself to know why things are the way that they are for you. You owe it to yourself to shift your experience to a loving, abundant lens so that you can experience it as well. Doing this exercise, I discovered beliefs about myself I had no idea were there and consciously spoke against. Doing this exercise allowed me to break through into the experiences I knew I deserved, but I would never have had if I didn't do the work on myself. You have no idea what is going inside of you until you actually look. Become extremely conscious and benefit yourself through the power of silence.